Hey folks, Crazy Climerator here again, and this time we're going to look at game number 7 in our 20 from 1993 series, and this is an excellent beat-em-up created by Capcom and based on a Marvel Comics character, or Marvel Comics series, and this is called The Punisher. And whereas The Punisher was an extremely violent comic book, this game is very violent, so it's terrific in keeping pace or keeping in the same mood as the comic series. And you can play one player or two players simultaneous play. And as the second player, you can play as Nick Castle, or excuse me, Frank Castle is the Punisher. I don't know why I got that confused. Nick Fury is player number 2. And people that are more in keeping with the more current Marvel Comics might be confused with a white character playing Nick Fury. That was the original character. He was white. Both this version and the more current version wear eye patches, but the original Nick Fury was a white guy with graying hair, and in the more recent comics iteration, he's black. I'm okay with either one. I don't care one way or another. Sometimes I don't really like gender swap or race swap kind of forced on me at times, but this was okay. But at any rate, yeah, player 1 is Frank Castle, the Punisher, and you get different dialogue when the two of you are fighting together at the same time. And your ultimate goal is to take out the Kingpin. And there will be numerous characters from the Marvel Comics series that you will have to fight against. Not every character, I believe, is from the series. In fact, a lot of the fodder enemies probably are not. But I really like how deep the move list is for each character. There are charge moves where you can double tap the joystick one direction or the other and you will roll, and you can change the direction of your roll. You can roll up or down by pressing up or down on the joystick as you roll. And you keep the double tap held down to continue rolling for a while. You can hit an enemy twice with the attack button. There's an attack button and a jump button and the 8-way joystick. And with 2 hits of the attack button, then you can do a number of different moves. You can throw your enemy, you can throw him in front of you, you can throw him behind you, you can do a special kick. There's some very, very cheesy attempt at English dialogue by one of the Japanese creators, I would assume. But there are a lot of bonus items you can collect and some life restore items. You score a lot of points in this game. It's pretty impressive, and you need to, because I think the only extra life that you can get is at 1.8 million. You can do your typical jump kick. You can do some special moves which cost you a little bit of energy. And this guy freaks out. Oh my god, it's the Punisher. Get the hell out of here. You can destroy a bunch of objects, or you can pick them up and throw them. To throw them, you gotta come up close and press forward and the attack button. And there will be some instances where you will be able to shoot your opponent or your opponents, and you will automatically draw your gun and just keep firing non-stop. You will have bullets as long as there are enemies on the screen at that time, and then when you run out, you get to continue on with your bare fists or feet. like I was starting to say, there are movements. There are a lot of weapons you can pick up and use against the enemies. We are about to face our first boss, and he is from the comics, and his name is S.H.I.E.L.D. And he's a big dude. Very big. And I don't know who the driver is, but they can't be damaged or accosted or whatever. So he's just keeping the bus moving while you're trying to beat Scully here. But like I was trying to say, there are some moves that will cost you a little bit of life when you use them. Scully can have some very fast charge attacks, so watch out for those. One of the special moves was that right there, and it's very cool. It's a move where you can swing the opponent, and to do that you have to do the two punches, and then once you've got the enemy in your grasp, you hold both the attack and jump button together, and you will swing them, which is reminiscent of the very cool beat 'em up, the Combat Tribes, which I also enjoy quite a bit. I remember seeing this in arcades. This is a lot of fun. And this guy begs the Punisher not to kill him. Guess what happens? Punisher says, "Screw you, buddy. Thanks and goodbye." Blam. Very much in keeping with the comics. I read a little bit of the Punisher. I enjoyed it. I mean, extreme violence has never really bothered me. And yeah, you can, like I said before, you can either break or you can pick up some objects. You can't pick up those benches. I've tried. There will be some enemies that are very proficient with weapons, so you don't want to get in the way of them slashing at you, or you might not want to get so far away that they can throw knives or whatever weapon at you. There is another special move that you can do after the two punches. You can press down and then up and attack, and you will do some sort of sonic kick or special kick that's a little bit more damaging. Keep that in mind when you're facing the bosses, because some of those fights can be long and drawn out if you just kind of peck at the bosses when you get the opportunity. These ninjas, these female ninjas, are really annoying. You can do a wall spring with either the Punisher or Nick Fury. Their moves are mostly the same. They might look a little different, but they're pretty similar. But you can do a wall jump by jumping towards a wall and pressing, I think, the attack button as you hit the wall. And you will jump the other way and kick. And here's another one of those instances where you have a weapon automatically, you draw it, and you keep shooting the enemies until there's no enemies left, and then you run out of bullets. And you can sometimes free, if there was a rat, you can sometimes free somebody, and if it's a woman, she'll kiss you and give you energy back. There's a guy with a friggin' blowtorch. That's very useful. Pick it up if you can and use it on the enemies. And burnify them. Or burninate, or whatever your choice dialogue is. Yeah, if you want to throw a weapon instead of use it up close, which is sometimes a good idea to do, to throw it at the enemy, jump and press attack, and you'll chuck it. Because there will be enemies you don't want to get too close to, and the boss of this stage is one of them. And he was in the comics. He is a robot created to protect the Kingpin. I have been programmed by the Kingpin to terminate you. And this guy is a bit of a pain in the ass compared to the first boss. Do not stay in front of or behind this robot for very long. There, I threw the hammer at him. Break this bed to get some more weapons or health items. But this robot loves to jump. And he has two types of jumps. One where he just simply jumps from one place to another, and one where he does kind of a butt stomp. And when he does that, the ground will shake, and if you are standing, you will get knocked over. Now, it doesn't seem to hurt you getting knocked over, but it could leave you prone for a second while he jumps on top of you, because he likes to jump at an angle. Now, if you stay in front of him or behind him too long, he will punch or kick you, or he'll hit you with this laser, which is very damaging. You only get one life in reserve. So, like I was saying, the only extra life that I know of, there might be a 1-up icon somewhere in the game that you could pick up, but I don't know where it would be. You have to get 1.8 million to get that one extra life. That's the only one that I know of. After you beat a boss, you will get bonus points for all the items and weapons and stuff that you collected. Another life-using technique you can do that's special and causes more damage, but costs you a little bit of life, is if you have grenades in stock, and you see at the bottom left that I have is that 6 left? You can jump and then press A and B, or kick and jump together, and you will throw a bunch of grenades downwards. Keep that in mind, and you could do that for each of the 6 grenades that you have left. Yeah, when the robot just jumps straight up and down, then that won't knock you down, but damn it. But when he does kind of a butt slam, then that will knock you over. And again, knocking you over doesn't hurt you, but it can leave you prone for him jumping on top of you. Now you might be able to stand close enough for that laser to just miss you. Damn it. But when you get the opportunity, maybe you can chain the 2 hits together and then do a down and then up and attack button move to make your sonic kick or special kick or whatever it is to add a little extra damage. But he's very fast with trying to kick you or punch you, so watch out. If he's like about to do like a jump kick, then maybe you can do your special kick attack. You can chain it, but for the most part, he'll try to laser or kick or punch you. Yeah, there he totally missed me with the laser. So yeah, you'll want to chain together some attacks with the special kick to cause extra damage. Note that you are timed. Yikes! Oh, he just missed me. See the boss's life bars at the way bottom. And there, I managed to finish him off, just barely. Yeah, you get points for the boss that you defeated, and you get time remaining, and vitality remaining, and bombs remaining, and items that you collected bonuses. Yeah, I just love the feel of this game, just grim and violent. Just like the comic book series. No, not as gory as the comic book series, although you do see splashes of blood when you attack your enemies. And there's plenty of gun violence starting here. And you can actually attack this car here. And you see the driver got destroyed. He's a skeleton. I've never had a problem with violence in video games. So I enjoyed like Narc and Mortal Kombat and this and other games that really pushed the envelope in terms of video game violence and angered parents. We'll look at Nick Fury in just a little bit. I just want to do a playthrough of one credit of Frank Castle, or the Punisher. He was like a retired Marine colonel or sergeant or something, and he was with his wife and son on a picnic, and they witnessed a mob killing, and then the mobsters killed his family. He survived, and he's on a crusade to kill all major bad guys. On occasion, you can pick up a regular firearm that you can use at any time until it runs out of bullets. But this here, of course, is the one that you automatically draw at certain points in the game. Yeah, I saw this at numerous places. I best remember it at a Oregon Coast arcade. I definitely played it, and I was like, oh yeah, this feels like just like the comic book, nice and violent. As is typical, if you can find a spot to get your back against a wall and take out enemies so they don't get behind you, that's a good idea. Yeah, if you know whether or not you get punished for not moving forward. Ooh, there's a nice bonus, 20,000. If you get punished for not moving forward in a timely manner, when you keep getting prompted, let me know if you get hurt or if you get automatically killed. It's kind of interesting to me the way that some games will automatically kill you if you take too long in certain spots. And here's me losing my last life, or my only reserve. And I think that's supposed to be Micro, Punisher's accomplice, that's trying to resuscitate him, and failed to do so. He died. But that's what happens if you don't put in a credit in time to continue. If you do continue with the same character, you get to keep your score, and you get 1 point added, which is weird. Yeah, the high score list is up to 50. It's kind of nice. So if you're really not very good at this game, you still might have an outside shot to make the top 50. But I will continue instead with Nick Fury. And again, he is white in this game, and I don't know what year they decided to go with a black Nick Fury, but it works. I'm okay with it. Just like, I don't know what's with this ninja here. She just keeps appearing in the same place and isn't really seemingly keen on attacking me. Whatever. That is Nick Fury's special attack when he's just standing there and presses attack and kick at the same time. He does this sweeping kick. And I think the Punisher does the same. Again, if you jump in the air and press A and B together, you will use one of your remaining grenades and cause a nice explosion. If you try to throw enemies from this catwalk here, you won't throw them over the railing. You'll throw them into the railing. So unfortunately, you can't get rid of them that quickly. There was the wall jump attack. And guy totally missed me with his jump kick. Yeah, if you try to throw these martial artists at a wall, they will just kind of bounce off the wall a little bit and not get hurt. And there's Nick Fury's roll. Another thing that parents might have not been thrilled with is Nick Fury constantly smoking. I like the animation of the food steaming. I think that's supposed to be a hot dog. Yeah, well, though they call it hot dogs, it looked like it was just one. And here's another boss, and this boss is called Bushwhacker, I believe. And he's a, he's a bone breaker. I guess I don't remember that from the comics. It probably was in there. Yeah, sometimes even during the boss fights, you will be allowed to use your gun. And this guy is like a cyborg with a tank body. Bushwhacker is a later boss. Like the name of one of the robots is called Pretty Boy. You can actually get close to the tank and punch the boss. The robots can extend their arms and grab you and slam you backwards and forwards. And you can use the grenades regular, I suppose. I don't remember how you're able to do that. Oh, that's if you have like no energy left. Then you can press attack and jump buttons together to throw grenades, I believe. This is what it looks like to lose Nick Fury, for him to die on the operating table. And those are S.H.I.E.L.D. agents trying to revive him, I'm guessing. I don't know which ones. I don't know the comics that well. But we're going to continue on with Nick Fury. And again, if you continue with the same character, you gain 1 point, which I think Capcom has done in other games, and I don't know why they do that. It's kind of silly. At one point, I put on infinite energy, and I also put on a cheat that lets you hit anywhere, and I tried to take it off, but the game wouldn't let me for some reason. So when you eventually see enemies fall over and I didn't even actually touch them, that's what that was about. This is an older version of MAME that I played this on, so that might have been corrected in later versions of MAME. I think here is maybe where I put on the infinite energy and hit anywhere cheats. Yeah, if you're a fan of The Punisher, definitely better check this game out. This is a lot of fun. This I can't get perfect on, unfortunately. This is a bonus stage, and you have to move that crosshair while repeatedly pressing the attack button to shoot. And you want to try to break down all those barrels. And I can't quite freaking do it. So I'm sorry, I don't know what special bonus you get for hitting them all. Maybe if you know, you can tell me in the comments. But there's callbacks to other Capcom games, or maybe Street Fighter in general, because of all those barrels in the bonus stage, and there's a special attack from maybe it's Nick Fury that's very similar to Guile's Sonic kick. But we're going to play as both the Punisher and Nick Fury, player 1 and player 2. The hit anywhere cheat I don't think counts when you've got your automatic gun that you pull from your holster to start certain scenes. I don't think that counts. You won't be able to shoot anywhere. But yeah, you can see the hit anywhere cheat going. Like I said, I tried to take it off, but it wouldn't let me. I don't know that you can get knocked off of the train here and automatically lose a life. I know you can't jump off yourself. You can pick up these concrete bags and smack your enemies with them. Excuse me. Concrete bags are heavy. I've had to do some fence post work, or help somebody out that was doing fence post work for me, and we had to carry a whole bunch of concrete bags. These electric rods, or whatever these are, when you destroy them, they can blow up in your face, causing some damage. Unless you have the infinite energy trick, which I got right here. Yeah, on this scene, you'll jump down or jump up to different parts of the train. I like how nice and big this train is, or this stage on the train. Got a whole bunch of big guy enemies here. Yeah, if you know history about some of these bad guys that I didn't mention, leave a comment. Tell me what they're about. And this is Bushwhacker, and he's a cyborg. He's got a cybernetic arm that's like a missile launcher. I don't really know anything about him either. I just remember a Jigsaw, and he's not a boss, but he does appear in this game as a tough enemy. And I think I'd seen one issue at least where the Punisher took on the Kingpin. But I'm kind of disappointed that the Russian is not in this game. I remember him being in a lot of Punisher comics. He was kind of a comical villain, although he was a tough foe. And I did like that he appeared in one of the more recent Punisher TV show iterations, or streaming iterations, or whatever you want to call it. And there we've beaten Bushwhacker. Yeah, I needed to take off infinite energy cheat so that the so that the game could properly count up my score and not just keep rolling the digits here. But I think we will see me getting that extra life here at 1,800,000. Yep, there it is.
I did it.
But yeah, that's the only extra life that I know of in this game, is at 1,800,000. That's a pretty tall order. And this is stage 5. There are 6 stages, and at the end of the 6th stage, yeah, we take on the Kingpin. Yeah, there's a different dialogue if it's just solo play than if you're playing 2-player simultaneous play. The Punisher and Nick Fury will share dialogue with each other, and Nick Fury will often be critical of the Punisher's violent ways, even though they're both killing enemies. Now on this stage, if you see a little glowing spot in the water, there's a bonus item sitting there, and you can walk over to that spot and press the attack button to pick it up. More automatic drawing of your weapon moments. You just keep on shooting until you run out of bullets and there's no more enemies on the screen. Yeah, not only get those bonus points to get your score up, but to get bonus points for them after you complete a stage. And there's a big old lance, probably from Ghosts and Goblins, or did they have the lance in Ghouls and Ghosts? Maybe they did. I can't remember right off the top of my head. But some Capcom callbacks. Although I don't think this has the Yashichi, or the strawberry, or the barrel, or the cow, or the dragonfly, or any of the other major Capcom cameos that were common. Yeah, sorry, I know that looks pretty silly with the hit anywhere cheat in MAME, but I just could not take it off. I was playing an older version of MAME because the newer one required some files that I just didn't feel like finding on the internet in the ROM set. So I played an older version where I didn't need those files. And again, you can roll by double tapping left or right. You can hold down the forward motion to keep rolling, and just like in Final Fight, we've got some rolling barrels that can knock you on your ass. And again, damn it. And again, some bitch. Take that, barrels. Oops, that was clumsy. Yeah, you can actually stand on top of the barrels. Those annoying female ninjas. Or again, if you walk up to a barrel or some giant object and press forward and attack, you will pick them up and you can slam them on your enemies' heads. And here is another Guardroid, as they call him. This is called Guardroid 2. Seems to behave very much the same as the first one. I think it might have further reaching lasers than the last one. Don't forget, when you've got the opportunity, do a chain attack where you can unleash your kick, your special kick, to cause extra damage. A number of the bosses will have some fodder enemies harass you. I like that they let out a yell while they attack Nick Fury and the Punisher. That's the end of Guardroid 2. And he was the Stage 5 boss. And we'll face the Kingpin in a little bit. I told you we don't kill these punks. He just killed a whole bunch of punks alongside the Punisher, so it's quite the hypocrite. And here, Frank Castle has a nice big bazooka to blow a hole in that building where the Kingpin is. And we will very soon face Mr. Kingpin himself, and his name is, Wilson Fisk? I like some of the 30s gangster type suits. And are these glass panes? Like in the bonus stage of Final Fight? Kind of resemble them. There's another lance from Ghosts and Goblins. This was not the first Punisher game, Punisher video game. There was one for the NES. I haven't played that one. Punisher iterations have gotten, in live-action media, have gotten much better over recent years. I remember seeing the fight between him and the Punisher and the Russian in one of the semi-recent iterations, and it was actually really cool. Again, I'm kind of disappointed that the Russian was not in this game. And we see Scully again. Must be a clone because we killed him earlier. Your typical lift scene where you're riding on an elevator or some sort of lift, and the enemies just constantly harass you. There will be bombs or dynamite dropped onto the top here, and they will explode after a short while. And you can be caught in the explosion, so stay away. I think for the most part the explosions or bullets from an enemy, and that is Jigsaw. And we just killed him. The bullets and explosions and stuff, I don't think that they hurt the enemy, which sucks. I mean, bullets that are fired from another enemy, or just bombs or whatever that are just automatically dropped into play, I don't think they hurt the enemy, but they can hurt you, which sucks. There were rats earlier in this game, and I don't think that you can pick them up. And that might have been funny to like get bonus points or something for picking up rats. But as you've probably noticed, yeah, you can pick up grenades sometimes and add them to your total in the bottom corners of the screen. That was nice. You cannot hurt your partner in case you were wondering. Punisher can't hurt Nick Castle with his shots or his attacks. And Nick Fury can't hit the Punisher with his attacks. Oh, the big pork roast or whatever that was from Final Fight. We're not going to do a full playthrough. We're just going to see snippets of the stages. For the most part, we'll see most of each stage. There's Mr. Kingpin. Yeah, he is huge. He has a scepter which he can smack you with. He might be able to burn you with the ashes from his cigar. And he can also pick you up and throw you really freaking far because he's so huge and strong. One of Marvel's most recognized villains, the Kingpin. he was done so well by I forget the actor's name in the Spider-Man series of the '90s. Just a great voice actor. I'm really blanking on his name, but he did a fantastic job, and I think he got an Emmy for it, deservedly. That was a very good series, The Amazing Spider-Man, from the 1990s, 94 to like 95 or something. Didn't last as long as it should have. Maybe it lasted a little longer than that. Some celebrity voices. We'll scoot forward to the Punisher being defeated. Yeah, he's worth a cool 1,200,000. But we are going to see the ending of The Punisher, created by Capcom in 1993. Good night, fat boy. And they escape in a van. And maybe the van was driven by Micro, Punisher's associate. I think Micro was eventually killed after he had a falling out with the Punisher over some reason or another. I remember seeing Micro in the Punisher comics. But that is The Punisher, game number 7 in our 20 from 1993 series. Hope y'all had a great weekend and continue to have a great weekend. I plan on hopefully cleaning out my hot tub tomorrow morning. Other than that, I don't want to do a whole lot. Just the laundry, do some dishes. Not much else. And now we get to see the credits for The Punisher. And they get to shoot the credits to make them appear. I like games where there's characters interacting with the credits, like at the end of Golden Axe or Altered Beast. There's really no advantage with choosing the Punisher over Nick Castle, or the Punisher over Nick Fury, or Nick Fury over the Punisher. I keep saying Nick Castle because Nick Castle was a movie director, and he was the first one to play Michael Myers in the Halloween movie. Pooh, nice. Sensei. Some silly names, alternate names for the creators of the game. But I hope to start some work on game number 6 tomorrow. I should have some time. I will let it slip that it's going to be a NEO GEO game. So NEO GEO fans rejoice. And I'll put in my initials, and that is it for The Punisher. Yeah, first and second place. Well, the higher score was second place, but that was the second player, so I guess that's why they put it there. But that was The Punisher by Capcom in 1993, game number 7 in our 20 from 1993 series. Well, I thank you very much for watching, and I hope you join me soon for game number 6. Have a great weekend, everybody.